And today I will be giving a simple explanation of what a eukaryotic cell is and what will be given away in this video. Now, a eukaryotic cell is a cell that holds its ribosomes and DNA inside of a nucleus, whereas a prokaryotic cell doesn't have a nucleus, but it does contain its sufficient supply of DNA. Today I will be giving the simple explanation of a eukaryotic plant cell. First, let's start from the outside. Outside, we have a cell wall which protects the cell from any sort of disturbance, protecting it from rupture. But also, we have a cell membrane which not only regulates movement in the cell, but it also gives the cell its shape. Now, what's this watery stuff, you ask? Well, this is actually called cytoplasm, and cytoplasm is a substance that basically fills the space between each organelle. Now, let's start from the outer parts of this cell to the nucleus. First up, we have the central vacuole, which stores any sort of resources that the plant cell is holding, such as water, waste, and nutrients. But what are these crystals inside of this vacuole? Well, first off, this is graphite. Graphite, I don't know how to pronounce it, but this chemical structure is meant to attack any sort of predator that's trying to devour the plant cell, acting as though it was the plant cell's sword. And then we have the Druce crystal, which contains a toxin that defends the cell, so it's basically the cell's shield. Now, let's get into the organelles that come after the ones in the vacuole that I just described. So, this thing is called the Golgi apparatus, and the Golgi apparatus is a specific type of structure that modifies and secretes proteins in a given manner so that the proteins can transfer to other cells or other locations. And then we're heading into its relative, the smooth ER, which directly makes proteins and fats, specifically lipids. And then moving further in, we have rough ER, which actually makes ribosomes. Now, what gets the cell going? What keeps the cell alive? Well, first off, we have the basic plastid involved in most or all plant cells, the chloroplast. This chloroplast is supposed to maintain levels of glucose, or given levels of glucose from sunlight, specifically visible in infrared light. And another plastid that's crucial to plant cells is the amyoplast, which is storage for complicated glucose matters like starch. And apart from the storage of glucose and starch, as well as the creation of the glucose from the chloroplast because of its transfer of visible and infrared light, the glucose in the cell eventually breaks down into a structure called the mitochondrion. Now, the mitochondrion is the part of a cell, any cell, whether it's plant or animal, or prokaryotic even. The mitochondrion is the part of the cell that breaks the glucose down as a means of cellular respiration, therefore keeping the cell alive. But what's inside of this cell? The most crucial part involved in this eukaryotic cell is its nucleus, because it wouldn't be a eukaryotic cell if it didn't have a nucleus. And so this nucleus, apart from storing its DNA and its chromosomes coming from its nucleolus, this nucleus guides the activity involved in a plant cell apart from respiration and cell reproduction. And this nucleus here is meant to create ribosomes and chromosomes. So this is another crucial part involved in eukaryotic cells. Well, that's it for this video. I hope I can make more videos like this soon. Other than that, I'll see you later. Bye.